Speaking of misinformation, let's check out these free market books of freedom for children.
We must seize the means of production.
Stop it, Vlad.
Hell yeah,
You know the
kid.
rule. If you want to regulate something, go regulate the mess in your room. It seems a big part about being a mom.
Oh god, it's so cringe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what a bad joke.
Mom these days is helping your kids unlearn the crazy ideas they're exposed to in the world.
Mom.
Hang on.
If you want to regulate something, unlearn the
Are they implying that Peppa Pig is communist? That Comrade Peppa Pig is teaching them Marxism, Marxism-Leninism? What is... Oh, God. Like... Okay, let's see what they have to say.
crazy ideas they're exposed to in the world.
Mom, I just found out that if I run into the TV fast enough, I'll become a cartoon.
Nope, that will kill you. And it's not just normal kid stuff either. Now, my kids are being told by the media and even the school system that socialism is great.
Mama, if we just get rid of all these successful people, we'll finally be happy.
No, honey, that just means we'll all be poor.
Wait. Like, this all starts on a false premise. They're posing this in the form of a lie. If we get rid of all the successful people, then, what was it?
Finally be happy.
Then we'll finally be happy? That's not... I mean... Good job. Good job.
No, honey, that just means we'll all be poor. I want to teach my kids right, but it is so hard to find age-appropriate material to teach them about the principles of freedom.
About the principles of freedom? Don't worry. They're learning about how America's super free. Don't worry. You're not... Like, what world are they living in where they're not being taught about freedom? Because it's not this one.
Blocks are the supply, and when people want them, that's demand.
Is that what Dad meant when he said you're too demanding?
Okay. Using Jenga as a metaphor for supply and demand in free market economics is actually pretty good because it constantly crumbles. Because one little piece gets taken out, one little piece goes away, and the entire thing collapses. So yeah, that's a good metaphor. Fucking self-owned.
Is that what Dad meant when he said you're too demanding?
Luckily, I now have the Tuttle twins to help us. The Tuttle twins is a series of books written for freedom-loving...
What the fuck are these characters? Why are their eyes so far apart? The law. The book just says the law. And tomatoes.
loving parents that teach correct principles about free markets in clear and relatable stories. You know, clear and relatable.
Wait. Why the fuck would you want your kid to learn about free market economics? Like, I mean, if you're... Jesus Christ, she is haunting to look at. If you're like some mega chud free market capitalist, like, I guess you would want them to learn that, but this kid doesn't give a shit.
Relatable, so opposite of socialists. With over
Clear and
stories.
relatable, so
you
the
know,
opposite
clear
of
and relatable,
socialist.
so opposite of socialists.
Oh man, to live in the headspace of a conservative.
With over 2 million copies sold, these books are the best way to teach your child real-world topics not covered by most school curriculum.
Mom, I demand cookies. There's no more supply.
Oh.
Ugh. Ugh. A real interaction that happened between this mom and this paid actor son.
So if you have offspring and don't want them supporting socialism, then click.
Who the fuck calls their kids offspring? If your hatchlings are learning about the teachings of Karl Marx in their education facilities, then you should have them learn about the free market principles of Ayn Rand.
The link and order the Tuttle Twins books today.
So wait, like, this whole argument is based on the premise that they're learning Karl Marx, or that they're learning how socialism is tight. Which one? No, they're not. You'll be hard-pressed to find a college-level teacher who's saying that Karl Marx is actually right, and socialism is pretty badass. Like, there's no third, fourth grade teacher who's like, listen, trickle-down economics is a failed project. What we need to do is liberate the proletariat and allow them to seize the means of production and usher in a communist utopia. What fucking teacher is doing that? Please, find one. Find one. Now, if a teacher is teaching about the wide breadth of different types of socio-political ideologies and different types of economic organizations, that's very different than saying that our teachers are, you know, telling our kids that communism is tight. That's very different. But isn't the entire idea of children's books to teach them, like, you know, wholesome values like sharing, being kind to your neighbor, like being honest, you know, not stealing, you know, pretty much everything that goes against free market capitalism? Maybe that's why these books are coming out. The Tuttle Twins. Like, where was it? Communist Peppa Pig. Like, this isn't even like, oh, maybe they're talking about Peppa Pig. No, this is straight up like you can't tell me they're not firing shots at Peppa. Like, why Peppa Pig? Let's just see what happens when I Google, is Peppa Pig communist? So Newsweek, the only thing I can find is articles saying that Peppa Pig branded a communist in bizarre children's book ad. I mean, bizarre is one way to put it. Yeah. I mean, it's the only thing I can find. What? We got something from The Guardian. Not only is Peppa Pig feminist, she's probably a rabid socialist too. Alex McClintock. The left-wing bias is getting out of hand at the ABC. Oh, come on. Come on. I wish we lived in the world that conservatives think we do.
Hey parents, kids like us have a problem, and it's one that you can help solve.
But most parents aren't even aware the problem exists.
Here's the issue. Most schools today aren't teaching young kids some really important concepts, like how the economy works, or what our rights are, or the definition of true laws.
Back before
What the fuck is a true law?
you were born, schools often taught the principles of a free society.
But not anymore. That's why our parents have us read
The
Tuttle Twins.
This is child abuse. This is actual child abuse. Like forcing your kids to engage in free market propaganda. Like, these kids don't know what the hell they're talking about. I need to get my hands on one of these. And we'll do a reading on, let's see. What do they have? Let's check out their books. Oh, you can only order them in a bundle? I want to see which books. Let's see. We have The Law, Leviathan Crisis. This is probably a allegory for immigration. I'm willing to bet. Let's see. Messed Up Market, Miraculous Pencil, Education Vacation, Creature from Jekyll Island, Show Business. Let's see. Food Fiasco. Oh my god, it's literally Ayn Rand. I wonder if the Rand Institute funds this. $100 for 12 children's books. This is a grift. I can't watch. Is it just the kids talking the whole time? I can't watch kids being forced to do propaganda for their parents. Look, if you don't want your kids learning free market propaganda, don't worry. It's not happening in public schools. I don't care what your Facebook group says. Your teachers barely have time to go through their regular curriculum. They don't have time to teach communism.